Hey everyone, David C. Anderson from the KnifeCenter here, coming at you from Las Vegas for SHOT Show 2022. We're here at the Boker booth with Karsten himself, the man with the plan.
I hope so.
Well, let's hope so. Someone's got to. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
Good to be here with some new knives, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you show us what we got here? What are we starting with?
Sure. Well, we have different parts. As you know, we have different brands to cover different quality and pricing levels. We have Boker Soling, handmade in Germany. So we start with that for a premium brand. On the cover of our new Boker USA catalog, we make a deep dive into history again. Okay, we have quite a tremendous success with bringing old historical authentic materials back and integrate them into knives. So here's our latest product, which is the Tiger Damascus. It's forged Damascus material from Chet Nichols in Mississippi. We found original Tiger tank material in Lithuania, in the old battlefields of the Eastern Front. Brought him to Mississippi. He forged the material, brought it back to Germany. We made the knife.
So it's really a global steel in a way.
It is a global steel, and it's all about history.
Kind of like you guys did with the Sherman knife last year, which was so cool.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's one series. So we do the three most famous tanks of the Second World War. We did the Sherman. Now it's the German part. And next year will be the final one. Tank experts know what
they'll be able to figure it out.
Yes. So it's it's all about history.
Yeah.
Right. It's nothing political. It's history, and so it's a stainless steel frame lock, milled pocket clip. The Damascus is just beautiful. Some specs of the tanks are integrated here again. Like for example, on the micarta scales, it's the Zimmerit. It looks like the Zimmerit coating. They coated the tanks with a special Zimmerit coating to against mines.
Oh, interesting.
So that mines don't catch the tank.
Interesting.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and even if you never realize that's what it is, it just has a nice feel in the hand too. Man, it almost feels like milled wood in a way. It feels
Correct.
Really good.
Yeah, it's high-end, handmade in our plant in Soling, so we're pretty proud.
That's got a really solid feel in the hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm assuming some kind of carbon steel because of the tank, or does it have stainless
No,
properties?
it's stainless.
Okay.
It's stainless.
Okay.
It's stainless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, that's a great blade shape too with that full flat grind. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a great knife, but again, the story is just...
The story on top of that just sets it over the top.
Exactly.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Talking about the series that we started last year with the Sherman, we presented the Sherman and we great response, but we want to now we give the we bring the Sherman Damascus blade also in a Barlow pattern. Same setup, original Damascus material from the Sherman tank. The same burlap micarta scales like on the big knife, and here's the trick: it's a high-end Barlow. It's an integral.
So the bolster and the liner is a single piece.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then it's milled out of the full piece of stainless steel, right? So it's a high-end Barlow. We bring the Barlow, this very old pattern, to a next level.
Yeah. Very cool. I mean, it's such a classic shape that has worked really well for so many years too. To have just that next step up is nice. I love the nice thin blade material there.
Yeah.
Just a classic pattern, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels really good. We got a couple more Barlows here too.
Correct.
It looks like.
As we are the first and so far only serial production company in the knife business that does this integral solution for the Barlow, hey, we can do copper. How's that?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's a beautiful material, but so far you were not able to do the a copper bolster because you cannot weld copper.
Right.
So here's the solution in integral. So very nice, slim profile. The walk and talk is just amazing.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes.
Copper pins to match, of course.
Correct.
What's the wood on this one?
Desert ironwood.
Oh, wow. That's really light for desert ironwood. That's kind of like a blonde color to it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
N690 blade, I'm guessing?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, that is some really nice snappy walk and talk there.
And here the same knife with an acid wash blade, burlap micarta scales. Please excuse this pin. This will be copper, of course. That's a prototype, but
I won't beat you up too hard about it.
Exactly. Thanks.
Oh, that's very nice.
And
I like that you guys are using more burlap stuff too. I'm
Yes.
happy to see that more and more. Very cool.
And this whole integral solution opens up a ton of variations, right?
Well, I'm sure you can do so many things that aren't even metal, even.
Right.
That you may or may not be working on.
We did the we did the Barlow with micarta.
Right.
We
Yeah.
did that already.
Yeah.
The integral with micarta.
So many
Great,
cool
yeah.
things. I love it.
Next highlight in our lineup, the Boker Damascus 2022 annual collector's knife. It looks, the scales are made of bog oak, 2,000-year-old bog oak, and the combination of this material with copper is just...
It's got a
It's a
stunning
beautiful,
look.
yes.
Cool. And then, of course, over time, that's going to patina a little bit, get
Correct.
even more character.
Correct.
The Damascus blade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the liners are copper as well. So it's just a beauty. It's the Boxer from Raphael Durand. It's,
One of my
basic
favorite
pattern.
one of my favorite patterns you guys make. I mean, the lines of it are just so striking. It's so useful on top of looking good.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at that, you guys. This is one of those shapes that I think sells itself because it's so nice.
And for your collectors, guys, we have here, since 1980, we're doing the Boker Damascus collector's knives. And we have them all lined up in our catalog. It will be shown online as well. So that's something nice, for the collectors.
I was a big fan of that Uno Trapper last year. That was a really nice looking one.
Yeah.
All right, next up, one of my favorite genres of knife of all time is the pocket fixed blade.
Here we go.
Here we go. Lucas Burnley design?
Correct.
Yeah. So the fixed blade Marlin.
Absolutely. The BFF. So really cool, made in Solingen, cool concept. We started with the Desert Ironwood version, and now the green canvas micarta solution is following. And the trick here also, a very nice deep carry pocket clip leather sheath, so you can wear it in your jeans or in the boot or wherever. So it's pretty versatile.
So if you're wondering how deep that sits, pretty good right there.
Yeah.
Man, the leather feels really good. It's got almost like a suede texture to it, almost. And man, it's the classic utility of the Barlow in a stronger shape, that fixed blade shape. Man,
the response
really
is great. We presented that in the fall in Europe. Yeah.
So I like the steel selection on this as well. Great shape. Man, just wants to move with you, doesn't it? Yeah,
exactly.
Very
Nice.
cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right.
So that was the lineup of the new items out of the Solingen production. Now we're going to Boker Plus. As you know, we partner up with different manufacturers that we work with long time. Design and concept from us, and then made in China, Taiwan, Italy, or the US.
And that's Boker Plus.
That's Boker Plus, exactly. So we have
it's kind of a family of things I'm seeing here with some.
We have big success with Japanese style, slim profile, gentleman knives. The LRF, the Nori, and the Wasabi.
Yeah.
And really, it's worldwide. We're selling them very well.
So and these three are also, in addition to kind of having the same kind of materials configurations, are all Kansai Matsuno designs.
Correct.
This one right here is one of the detent joints, but a lot of his stuff is like friction folders typically, sometimes locking. But these other two, the LRF and the Nori here, are locking. We've got liner lock here, frame lock on that one. Liner lock there as well. Yeah.
And this is a detent.
Yeah. So that's fun too. You can do that little. Oh, there's a little bit of a tab there.
Yeah,
Gets
exactly.
in there a little bit, but
Yeah, exactly.
very cool. Very cool. These
So-
feel good. I like the stone washed feel in the hand. Of course, it's going to look real nice after it's carried in your pocket. It's not going to look scuffed up because it's already
Yep.
kind of pre-distressed jeans. We're big fans of the LRF, especially over at KnifeCenter. You got a great gentlemanly shape going on. That hollow ground spear point blade, just so useful as an EDC. Deep carry clip, very cool. All right, so next up, it looks like we have what looks like a friction folder.
It's not.
It's not. Got a frame lock here on the
Yep.
back.
Exactly. Again, same design language, big success worldwide, slim profile, Japanese gentleman knife, I would call it,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's got that Higo no Kami style,
Correct.
but with a lock, but with
a
the
lock.
frame lock. Yeah,
With a lock. So that's the trick here.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, titanium again, you
Yeah.
said? Or yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
440C blade, just that great Higo shape to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No pocket clip here, so that's gonna be really slim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, and throw that in your pocket and disappears, man.
It disappears, yes.
Really, all
Really
three
nice.
of these, really.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask. What's the Damascus steel on these? Is that the VG10 Damascus?
Yes.
Okay, very cool.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, if you want something a little bigger from Boker Plus, we have that covered next too, as well.
Yeah. That's the flagship this year for the Boker Plus line. It's the Boker Plus collection piece,
Mhm.
Jens Anso design, made in Italy, M390 blade, fat carbon inlays, titanium frame lock, milled titanium pocket clip. I mean, the latest and greatest in materials,
Yeah.
right?
I like that inlay on the front. Like
Yes.
you said copper carbon fiber?
Correct.
Very
From
cool.
Yes, exactly. So, tremendous. Limited to 500 pieces worldwide. So, you have to be fast.
Yeah, quick. May I?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
And
I
the
love
design language of Jens is just tremendous.
It definitely has that flavor to it. But
Yeah.
him and Jesper Vaknes both, I think, have such a distinctive style, and you can always tell it's their thing. But they still manage to make everyone look a
Mhm.
little bit different.
Mhm.
Both of them managed to do that so well, which
Yeah.
is really hard to pull off. I like the contouring. I like the shape
Yeah.
to the scale. There, it's not flat and chunky. It's just
Yeah. It's well made.
comfortable in the hand
Yes.
there. Very cool.
It's a collector's piece, but you want to use it.
I wanna
And-
use
and
it.
you can use it. Yes.
I do want to use
Yes.
it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Points the blade down just a little
Mhm.
bit so it points forward really naturally if you need to use that tip for anything. Strong cutting feel to that.
Yeah.
Even moving through air. Yeah. I like that. Very nice.
Yeah. Talking about the Danish
Right.
guys, here's Jesper with a very nice concept on the EDC level, right, with some brass parts. So nice upgraded EDC knife, G10 scales,
And it's-
G2 blade.
And the same thing holds. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even realize we were talking about a Vox knife next. I just said that.
The design
Yeah.
language is phenomenal.
It's got a little bit in common with your F3.
Yes,
It looks like, but
Yeah,
it's still more.
different.
It's still
But
different.
It is different. It is
Yeah.
different.
Very nice. Liner lock inset, really nice. The gold and black always looks really good together too. What's that? D2 blade.
D2 blade. Yep,
Flicks open really nicely. So I'm guessing ball bearings in there.
correct.
Oh man, not too thin on the blade. You got some rigidity there. Strong working knife for sure.
Yeah.
I really like that. Probably like about not quite a 3.5 inch blade on that one. Somewhere around there.
I'm metric. Sorry.
This is where it all breaks down, folks. That's cool. Good looking knife. And speaking of the D2 blade steel, we've got a relaunch
Yes. sir.
next of. This was actually one of the first good knives I bought back in the day. Was one of the subcoms.
The Subcom basically was the first knife in the Boker Plus line. The Subcom model opened in 2004, I think, the whole line. I mean,
Yeah,
if you look
yeah.
now at Boker Plus, it's amazing, right? But this Chad Lasmanis from Hawaii, a security officer,
Mhm.
contacted us with his design, some drawings, on paper, and we loved it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. And here we bring it back. It was AUS 8 steel, and now we upgraded the whole thing
To the D2.
to the D2.
But it's otherwise the same. I mean, even the same materials in this
but
case. Yeah.
the whole thing is an upgrade
Sure.
at a better price. So it's a very good deal.
One of those great little fifth pocket
Mm-hmm.
knives in your pair of jeans there. That
Yeah.
D2 is going to give you a lot more edge retention. And you've got the plain edge here,
Correct.
and then a few different colors.
Yeah.
And right now, all of those are partial serrated, at this point in time at least.
Yeah,
Yes?
there
No?
are plain solutions and serration. I think sorry for that. No, the orange one and the this one have plain edges. The black one has a serration.
Okay, so these are more
These
just
are-
showpieces
yes,
right
they are
now.
showpieces.
Okay, cool.
They will be plain.
Okay,
Correct.
cool. My apologies. Didn't.
Well, our mistake to show the wrong models here, but yeah.
So you've got more plain edge options, but you still have the
Yes.
serrated in the
And the
in the
black
all
one.
black
Yes.
right here, if that's your thing. Which
Correct.
on a short knife like this can be really useful if you just need to get in there and rip through something.
Yeah.
And then of
Absolutely.
course the Rescom,
The Rescom.
is back
Yes,
as well.
yes.
That's cool. I'm real pleased to see this kind of being upgraded too, because it has a soft spot in my heart
Yeah.
for sure. It was actually before I remember driving over to the KnifeCenter and buying it and then taking it to a lunch we were going on before I worked at the KnifeCenter, in
You
fact.
see?
So definitely has a soft spot in my
Great.
heart. That's
Nice.
very cool.
All
Very
right.
cool. All right, so speaking of really cool,
Yeah.
tell me about this guy.
Yeah, that's really innovative. It's the Slike, very slim profile. It's basically a manual OTF, right, with a two-stop opening.
So yeah,
With a clip,
right there on the back, you can see halfway open versus
Yes.
full open. Yeah,
correct.
that could be useful if you want to be a little more discreet, I guess. Yeah,
While, box cutting, you
Sure.
don't need the full blade.
sure.
So it's great. You put it in your pocket. You can take away the pocket clip. Then it's even right. It's only that thickness. It's just cool.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. G10 for the handles. Yeah. Some texture on it, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we've got D2 blade steel here. Really consistent looking grinds too, side to side. That's very nice. Yeah. This has happened a few times this week where I'm showing something off and I don't know what more to say because it's just that cool, and this is one of them. I mean, nice.
Yeah.
Great little
Just different.
yeah, different but useful and something exciting. Very cool. The Slike, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
The Papillon. I'm not a flipper, I have to admit, but
I'm not much good either myself.
right. So that's the trainer of the new Papillon, a Boker Plus knife. Trick here is the balance, right? You want to have 1/3 of the weight on the blade, 1/3 on this handle and this handle, and this is exactly what we did here. So it's perfectly for flipping. Yeah, and just a nice. We have a live blade, of course, as well, and this is the trainer version.
So pivots in here. How about the construction we're dealing with there?
Say it again.
The pivots, are we dealing with washers or bearings?
No,
or
ball
bearings?
bearings. Yes, ball bearings, absolutely. So it's a high-end balisong, a step up for us. We carry a lot of balisongs, but that's the next level.
Yeah.
Entering.
Very cool.
Yep.
Good trainer option. Very nice. Now we're back into fixed blade territory.
Correct.
Speaking my language again.
Yeah. So that was the Boker Plus section.
Yes.
And now we're entering the Magnum. Out of Magnum, we have a lot of new items, but the highlight is the collection knife, the Magnum collection. 2,000 pieces.
Feels so
Yes.
good.
Limited to 2,000 pieces worldwide. And this year we're proud, as we are based in Colorado. It's Brian Efros from Colorado, the designer of that knife.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice titanium finger guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's why it's screwed. And yeah, just a knife to use. It's a collector's piece, but you want to use it.
Yeah, I mean, look at the swells on that linen micarta there. It is just perfect for my hand, I gotta say. Just excellent. Steel on this is going to be
D2?
D2 steel?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a longer, kind of Loveless style ethics blade.
Yeah.
Really cool. And I'm guessing this will probably come with a leather sheath.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
with a high-end leather sheath and a nice packaging, certificate. It's serialized.
Yeah.
Still, you get the full package of a collector's piece, but it's ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, great hunter, high flat grind, and this is not a hollow grind like a lot of this style has sometimes. So if you like that better, check this one out for sure.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, I'm just going to hold this and smile now, too.
Talking about hunting.
Is this a pig sticker or something?
It is.
Yeah.
With the love from Argentina, so to speak.
Yeah.
From
the Arbolito knives now.
From Boker Arbolito in Argentina. Handmade in our production plant down there. There's a lot of requests for these big hunting knives for pig hunting. And here we go, this old school 70 years, out of the 70s, you know, the very high quality hunting knives out of Germany.
Yeah.
That's a revival.
It definitely has that too. And like you beat me to telling, you were talking about this earlier, and like, you see that? And I'm like, no, yes, I did, but you beat me to telling me about it. So, yeah, like the old Hunter's Friend knives and all that sort of thing, or the Hunter's Pal.
Correct. With a beautiful leather sheath. Look at this piece of stag, right? I mean, it's
a stag isn't cheap these days.
Oh, and especially not in these
not big pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, and it feels really good.
Yeah.
Double-edged as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
Big smile from me on that. Man, what's that, about a 13-inch blade?
Again. You do inch. I'm in centimeters.
We'll figure it out. Full specs at the KnifeCenter, of course, at the links below.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've got one more special treat here.
Correct.
Right at the end.
Another deep dive into the history. We have the tank series. Again, history, military history. We have 3 tanks, you know, from the American side, German side, Russian side. Oh no, I told you already.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's fine. But we want to do something for the Air Force guys as well. So we have 3 airplanes, 3 of the most well-known airplanes out of the aircrafts out of the Second World War. And the first one we're going to present is the German Messerschmitt ME-109. By the way, we have our 3D printer worked. That's the airplane. And if you see the cockpit,
right up in here,
right?
Yeah.
All the machine gun channels, we integrated them in the blade, and the
little fuller there right at the front.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for the flipper, we did the wheel of the back, right? So, and on top, it's fat carbon scales from Europe. The blade is forged by Chad Nichols in Mississippi. We found parts of a plane that was shot down in the Battle of Britain. So brought it from the UK to Mississippi. Then the material. This knife is not made in our plant in Germany because the production capacity is just full. We are booked. So we team up with a long-time partner in Taiwan. So the material goes from Mississippi to Taiwan. The scales come from Europe to Taiwan, and then it's a titanium frame lock. It will be a titanium milled clip, and everything is assembled in Taiwan. So, to me, also a better price point.
Very cool.
So it's a piece of history, very important. There will be more. I don't want to.
Well, I'm guessing we're going to see a Mustang. It's the P-51.
Oh, who said that?
No one. I don't know.
Of course you will. And another one.
That one's kind of the obvious one in that case, though.
Yeah. And we cover the British side as well.
Yeah.
So it's history. You know, it's not that we glorify something here. Politically or something. It's just history piece, and we are very happy and proud to present this.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Well,
Great.
Thank you so much for taking the time to show us this stuff. Folks, make sure to let us know what you thought down in the comments, and be sure to check out the links in the description. If this stuff is not up on the KnifeCenter yet, it should be very soon.
Yes.
But we'll send you to what we can right now. Man, keep sticking around for some more great SHOT Show coverage. And Karsten, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very, very much. Appreciate your time, sir.
As always, a pleasure.
Me too. Thanks, guys.